Okay, I think our honorees are all in the room. Pretty much everyone's seated, so let's get started. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 32nd induction ceremony for the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. My name is Trevor Redden, and it is an honor to be here as your Master of Ceremonies here this evening. We recognize that Prince Albert is located in Treaty 6 territory and is the homeland of the Métis. We extend our respect to all Indigenous people for their valuable past and present contributions and recognize and respect the cultural diversity within the city of Prince Albert. If we can please get you to rise, we ask that you welcome this year's inductees and our special guests, led into the room by Piper Dave Manette. How about a round of applause for our Piper, Dave Manette. At this time, I ask you to please stay on your feet as we honor our country. Please join Sports Hall of Fame board member Barry Mihailowicz with the singing of O Canada.
Okay, so there's still a hockey going on next door. So I expect at the end of this, you guys will all cheer madly. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Barry. And now we would like to introduce you to our special guests and guests of honor for tonight's induction ceremony. So looking down at the head table right in front of me, member of the Legislative Assembly of Saskatchewan representing Prince Albert Northcote, Alana Ross. At the next table over, representing the city of Prince Albert, Councillor Don Kilmer. And right in front of me, the Executive Director of the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, Aaron Stankiewicz. And now introducing a very impressive head table. At the far end, representing the Sports Organization of the Year, the SO Cup Organizing Committee, we have Robin Wildy and Terrence Svensson. To be inducted in the athlete category, Ashley Vickland, accompanied by Tanner Bell. To be inducted into both the athlete and builder category, Francois Fournier, accompanied by his wife, Gail Antaya. To be inducted into the builder category, Melody Boulay and her husband, Jody. Also inducted into the builder category, Jennifer Ferguson and her husband, Brian. Next, to be inducted into the builders category, Brad Fetch, accompanied by his wife, Chantel Fetch. Along with Tyson Fetch, accompanied by his wife, Celeste Boren Fetch. To be inducted into the Meritorious Service category, we have Al Dyer, accompanied by his wife, Brenda. And we have one induction in the team category tonight, the 1995 PA Optimist Toppers, represented by Scott Graham and Dan Lloyd. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time before we sit down, those are tonight's inductees going into the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. And you may all be seated. Tonight's inductees' names were put forward by the Hall Board by nominators within our community. And to you folks, we thank you. At the end of tonight, there will be 227 members of the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame, all nominated from our community. You can find all of the inductees listed in tonight's program. The board is accepting nominations for future induction ceremonies. So if you're thinking tonight during our event that you know someone that should be nominated, please do so. You can find the nomination forms and criteria on the website, www.pashof.ca. Tonight, of course, would not be possible without the support of our incredible sponsors. We gratefully would like to acknowledge our longest running sponsor, Crown Vacuum and Brent McDonald. Michael Lipchuk, Remax Realtor. Prince Albert Northern Bus Lines, represented tonight by Guido Stensky. Man Northway, represented tonight by Rob Mamzak. Lake Country Co-op, represented by Ian Litzenberger. And Big Drum Media, represented by Barry Mihailowicz. We would also like to thank Delaney Swiston and PA Fastprint for their contributions as well towards tonight's banquet. Now, I think everyone looks a little hungry, so we're almost ready to eat. We're going to have a fantastic meal this evening from Shenanigans. But one more thing before we do that, we'd like to call on Hall of Fame director Jody Boulay to say grace.
Good evening, everyone. Please join me in a moment of thanks and appreciation for this year's induction banquet. We are grateful for many things as we gather to celebrate this year's inductees. We are grateful for those that have traveled to be here. May you have safe travels home. We are grateful for this year's inductees. Thank you for your contributions to Prince Albert's sporting community. And we are grateful for this meal that is prepared for us in celebration. Bless us, O Lord, for these thy gifts that we're about to receive from thy bounty of Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Jody. And now we will proceed with the meal. So first things first, I think our head table deserves the first crack at it. So I'll allow all of you to go ahead, and the meal is going to be served just outside of the lounge here. Everyone else, Pat here with Shenanigans is going to make her way around the room, and she will let you know when it's your time for your table to head back and fill your plates. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we now will proceed with the formal part of our evening. First of all, you can tell by the smiles on everyone's faces that was a fantastic meal. How about a big round of applause for Jen and her staff from Shenanigans? At this time, we would like to acknowledge and welcome a great deal of past inductees of the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame who are here with us this evening. So I'll rattle these names off. If you're here in the room, please put your hand up and we'll recognize some inductees. So first off, right in front of me, Ellen Grucock. Pat Regal. Dale Regal. Barry Schrader. Oh, Barry got a good pop. Bruce Vance. Jim Flynn. Our bartender in the corner, Roger Mayert. Bartender gets a big applause, always. Bob Coffin. Ron Wildy. Merle Cozen. Joe Bexon. Bob Smisko. Tim Reed. Larry Hammett. Making a big trip today, Derek Smith. Luke Robin. Darren Whitehead. And Janet Bender. Thank you all for joining us here this evening. Now it is time to hear from our dignitaries this evening. First, please welcome, representing the Legislative Assembly of Saskatchewan, Alana Ross.
Thank you, Trevor. Good evening, everyone, dignitaries, honored guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening to join you to bring greetings on behalf of the Minister of Parks, Culture and Sports, the Honourable Laura Ross, Premier Scott Moe, and the Government of Saskatchewan. Thank you to the Sports Hall of Fame for extending the invitation and for bringing us together for this wonderful event this evening. Over 30 years ago, a group of sports enthusiasts recognized the need to honor the accomplishments of remarkable individuals and organizations, laying the foundation for the Hall of Fame we have today. Since 1988, the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame has recognized athletes, builders, teams, and organizations in Prince Albert and area for their achievements. Tonight, more names will be added to the list, as well-deserving individuals and groups who have brought their love of the game to all sporting events in our city. Congratulations to all of this year's inductees. This recognition for your achievements is well deserved. Our government recognizes the importance of sports as they bring our communities together, teach valuable life lessons, encourage healthy and active lifestyles, and develop that strong work ethic that remains throughout a lifetime. Thank you to the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame for the ongoing work that you do to recognize the many contributions of individuals and groups to the sporting world in our city. And once again, congratulations to all the new inductees. It has been an honor for me to celebrate with you here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Alana. Next up to bring greetings from the City of Prince Albert, Councillor Don Kilmer.
Thank you, Trevor. Hello, everyone. Before I move on to the greetings, I want to acknowledge two of my fellow councillors that are here, Councillor Don Cody and Councillor Solomon. I'm honored to be here to bring greetings on behalf of our residents of Prince Albert, our city employees and administration, mayor and council. What makes Prince Albert special is us. It's the people and our sense of community. We work together to support each other. We have a rich history of community from the time this area is known as Kistapananic to now as we gather to honor this year's inductees to our Sports Hall of Fame. PA is truly unique, and we are fortunate to call Prince Albert home. Thank you to the board who since 1988 reminds us with each year's inductees who we are and what it takes to provide all the opportunities in our community for our kids to learn and grow through sport. To the 2024 inductees, congratulations, and thank you for your commitment and dedication to us and your sport. You are amazing role models who lead by example and are not afraid of the hard work it takes to excel. On behalf of Mayor Dion, City Council, and the residents of Prince Albert, welcome home to those of you who have been away. And to those of you who stay, thank you for making it possible for our kids to play. Enjoy your evening, and you can't spell paradise without PA.
Thank you, Don. Next up, we'd like to invite the Executive Director of the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, Aaron Stankiewicz.
Thank you so much. All right, so on behalf of the Board of Directors and staff of the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, it is my pleasure to congratulate everyone involved with the induction of the class of 2024. Tonight's inductees personify some of the finest qualities of this community. They're hardworking, dedicated, and proud of their roots. I have to give a special shout out to the SO Cup Committee because in my previous role in Regina, I worked with a number of organizations and we would bid on events. And one of the events I bid on was the 2020 SO Cup, and I lost it. Lost it to PA, so congratulations. I also want to extend my sincere congratulations to the wonderful volunteers of the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame for all of your hard work and achievements over the past year. We look forward to watching not only the continued growth and development of the Prince Albert Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame, but also engaging in opportunities for collaborative partnerships where we are able to capture and celebrate the rich sport heritage that exists throughout our province. Once again, my sincere congratulations to tonight's inductees. I wish you all a wonderful evening with your family, friends, and fellow inductees. Your success allows for the success in the sport heritage community and helps lay the foundation for generations of like-minded individuals to follow in your path. So thank you again for including me in this lovely event, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, Aaron. And now we would like to introduce the 32nd induction class for the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. And we would like to invite family and friends to get pictures of our inductees right after they're announced. So don't be shy when they do come up. We are going to have photos right up front. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. So a little bit of housekeeping up front. So now you know, come up and take photos. But before we do that, thank you for the heads up. Last but certainly not least, greetings from the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. Please welcome President Ellen Grucock.
Yeah, I told you it was there, so you could have read it. Thank you. Mr. MC, Councillor Don Kilmer, honored guests, inductees, relatives, and friends. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the 2024 Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet and ceremony. On behalf of the Hall of Fame, I would like to congratulate all of our inductees being honored here tonight for their accomplishments in the sporting world. Again, it's a very diverse group. We seem to always have some uniqueness, different sports always involved. At this time, I would like to introduce the hardworking directors of our hall who make this evening possible. So if you'd please stand as your name is called. Jody Boulay. Our newest board member, Janalarma Hodges. Jim Flynn. Barry Mihailowicz. Pat Regal. Barry Schrader, Carol Souls, Bruce Vance, and Leanne Vance. And one of our board members, Shelley Horn, is not here tonight, but Shelley has sat on our board for a few years and has given her resignation. She wants to watch her grandson play lacrosse in the States and do her own thing. So we thank Shelley for her contribution too. So all of these individuals have worked very hard to make this evening possible. I would also like to thank the nominators who have taken the time to submit a nomination so our community can honor the teams and the individuals. We know there are others out there, and we encourage the public to take time to fill out a nomination for anyone in our area who you know has contributed to sport in our community in some significant way. Nominations can be done on the website and submitted online, or for those who still like to print out stuff and do it the old traditional way, we take those. So without those nominations, a night like tonight does not happen. Tonight, because of an organization like the Sports Hall of Fame, we can recognize those who made a sporting contribution in Prince Albert and area. Sport has come a long way in our community. Our youth have more activities to choose from, to participate in, and more places to play. But none of this can happen without people in our community who help develop these programs and the facilities that they require. We've got the newest one being our baseball facility that's growing every year, and so the sport has grown. We also have organizations like Kids Sport and Jump Start, just to name a few, to help create some equality so all kids can play. I saw a poster in a school one day, and I've seen it many times before, but it's still one of my favorites. Sports do not build character, but reveal it. I think we all know that sports builds character. It teaches you to play by a set of rules and how to win and how to lose. For most people, it does that. Over the past few decades, sport has made a concerted effort to equalize the playing field and be more inclusive. Basically, it teaches you about life. Sport is a common denominator in our world that brings everyone together. The teams and individuals being inducted here this evening have been fortunate enough to be part of sport at a very elite level. demonstrated not only by their successes, but by their commitment to making sport a part of their life and showcasing our community talent. I am sure they will all attest to the character-building impact that sport truly creates. Congratulations to all of you. You are very deserving of the honor you are receiving tonight. I know your family and friends are all very proud of you and in most cases have been a major role player in your successes. In closing, I would like also to note the sponsors in our program, and I don't think we can mention their names enough times. I know Trevor has mentioned them, they're in your program. They, along with Sask Lotteries and the Sask Sport Hall of Fame, make this evening possible. We have a number of local sponsors who have taken a major role in sponsoring our various categories of inductees. Corporate sponsors are Man Northway, home of the Car Guys, Crown Vacuum, long time, thank you Brent, Big Drum Media, Michael Lipchuk Remax, and Prince Albert Northern Bus Lines, Prince Albert Northern, along with Co-op Lake Country, friends that are PA Fast Print and our photography, Delaney Denham, Swiston. A big thanks to Dave Manette, who we call upon every year to pipe in our inductees and guests. Also a big thank you to the Mayert family. They come as a trio, so we have 3 bartenders. And for once again, being the dispensers of our fine drinks aside from water, coffee, and tea. Thank you all for being here tonight. Enjoy the evening and find a safe ride home.
Thank you, Ellen. And now, we'd like to introduce the 32nd induction class for the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. Again, please don't be shy to come up and get your photos taken with your family member honoree who's going to be brought up here, and then there'll be plenty of time as well for photos as a group afterwards as well. So we begin tonight by naming the Sports Organization of the Year. This is the 10th time that the Organization of the Year has been named by the Hall. PA Minor Baseball, PA Minor Softball, PA Sports Council, the PA Mintos, Prince Albert Kenchukan Judo Club, PA Hockey, Prince Albert Minor Football, Prince Albert Gymnastics Club, and Prince Albert Lacrosse Association have been honored previously. The Board of Directors deliberates annually and makes its selection for each year's induction banquet. The Sports Organization of the Year this year is the Esso Cup Organizing Committee. The 2023 Esso Cup in Prince Albert was 5 years in the making. A bid package was in place to host the 2020 version of Hockey Canada's U18 AAA Club Championship that was submitted in 2018. After numerous delays due to COVID-19, the host organizing committee guided a very successful event in 2023 that will leave a lasting legacy for the development of female hockey in Prince Albert and area. After awarding the 2020 Esso Cup to Prince Albert in late 2018, Hockey Canada was forced to cancel the event 38 days before it began due to the onset of the pandemic. It also canceled the 2021 event, with Hockey Canada choosing to host the Esso Cup and the Boys Championship in Calgary in 2022. Finally, after years of waiting and all kinds of work, the Prince Albert Host Organizing Committee was pleased to host 6 teams in the 2023 event right here at the Art Hauser Center from April 23rd to 29th last year. It was a very full week of events in hockey for the 5 regional champions and the host Prince Albert Northern Bears. The teams not only played incredible hockey, but also enjoyed Prince Albert hospitality, including a welcome event featuring live music, an opening banquet, the hockey house, visits to games by many city elementary schools, and much more. It was a team of 140 volunteers led by the host organizing committee members, Robin Wildy, Al Dyer and Bruce Vance, who looked after the special events and sponsorship, Luke Robin and Jim Flynn, who were on operations, Carrie Vizot with finance, Laura Quinnell with ticketing, Michelle Grimard with administration, and Lori Hewitt and Terrence Svensson chairing up the volunteers. Female hockey in Prince Albert area will benefit from the success of the event, which will see close to $30,000 go toward areas including scholarships, grassroots development, as well as equipment and facility enhancements. The Sports Organization of the Year is the Esso Cup Organizing Committee. At this time, we would like to call on Sports Hall of Fame President Ellen Grucock and Rob Manzak of Man Northway to come forward to present the Sports Organization of the Year plaque to Robin Wildy and Terrence Svensson. And we also ask any other members of the ESO Cup committee who are here this evening to come up and be a part of these photos as well. I think we got a few of these committee members up here. So we've got Robin and Taryn here. Al, Bruce, Luke, Jim, Carrie, Laura, Michelle, Lori, Taryn. Everyone who's here, come on up. Thank you all, and congratulations to the ESO Cup Organizing Committee for the great work that they did over about a 5-year span. For the next part of the program, we will direct your attention to the screens for video presentations of our inductees prepared by Big Drum Media. So after the video for each, we ask the inductee to come up on stage to my right for the unveiling of the citation that will hang in the Hall of Fame and to receive their pin from President Ellen Grucock and medal from one of our sponsors. That will be your opportunity for pictures, so feel free to approach the stage at that time. Again, at the end of the evening, all of the citations will be on display. For the first award tonight, we would like to call up Carol Souls, PA Sports Hall of Fame Treasurer, who is representing Big Drum Media to present the medal to our first inductee. If Barry has the video ready, the first inductee tonight as an athlete is Ashley Vickland.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Ashley Vickland in the athlete category. Ashley Vickland was a talented athlete who competed in ringette, equestrian sports, and powerlifting. But it was on the football field where she made her mark.
When she went off to university in Saskatoon, she joined a hockey team. And then when she went to do her degree in Regina, she seen a sign in the university about signing up for football. And she was gone and loving every minute of it.
I had some friends that were really into the CFL when I was in university. And so they were the ones that sparked my interest in football. And we would get together and watch. And it was the three of us girls sitting together, yelling about football. I moved to Regina, where I was going to school to complete my graduate school in psychology. And one day I was walking down a hallway and I saw a poster that said Regina Riot, recruiting, come out and try women's football, no experience needed, all skill levels. So I went to my first camp in the fall of 2011, and one of the coaches saw me hit somebody and giggle and said, "You're vicious, I love you, come back." And that was how I started playing football. And it was, yeah, I fell in love that day too.
Ashley has a tremendous number of skills that have helped her succeed as a player. Ashley is intensely relentless.
Her football career began in 2012 with the Regina Riot. With the Riot, she was twice named as the most valuable offensive lineman. In 2018, she joined the Saskatoon Valkyries, where she won 3 league championships.
The Regina Riot was a really great grassroots program where they took players and developed them. They weren't looking for people who already had football experience because it didn't exist. So they really had to work at bringing players along and helping them to understand and learn the game and educate them themselves. Just always been a part of really elite athletic teams that have had good coaching. So I owe it all to them to have the successes, right? You're one person on a team.
When she first started, I have no idea about football. So how to keep track of Ashley where she had pink cleats. She'd say, Mom, just watch for the pink cleats. And that's how I knew where she was.
She was named to the Saskatchewan provincial team, winning a silver medal at Nationals in 2012 and a gold in 2016, and was recognized as an all-star. She also represented Canada at Worlds, winning a silver medal in 2017.
We started against Australia, and then we played Great Britain, and then we played Finland in our final game, which meant that I finally got to live my dream of playing a team that didn't speak English or French. I had always wanted to see what that was like. And there was a woman on the Finland team that was not a big fan of me, but she clearly spoke English. So every time she would start yelling at me, I just told her I loved her, and she would stomp off, and it was one of my favorite memories of football.
Beyond her technical skills that might be obvious when you watch her play, she is a fierce competitor. She only knows one speed. She practices full out, she plays full out, and she wants to win every battle, she wants to win at every series, and she wants her team to win every single game.
Ashley is helping to develop young football players as a coach for Prince Albert minor football, as well as the Saskatchewan U18 women's football team.
Prince Albert definitely won the lottery when she decided to come here and to make her home in the community and also to get out and contribute to that community, making it better.
Ashley is relentless in her desire to be the best she possibly can be, especially when it comes to playing and coaching football. She would spend a tremendous number of hours honing her craft, learning her playbook, talking with others, figuring out how to be the best she could possibly be. And she worked harder than just about anybody I could think of in terms of finding her ways to success.
She can spot the abilities in them quite easily. And she's worked hard to learn the sport, then to start mentoring the younger people. Pretty happy, pretty proud of her.
Pretty early on in my career of playing football, I started to have this idea of giving back and wanting to encourage the love of football that I have. So with that, I started coaching. I think I started coaching in 2013 or 2014 in Regina. And then as soon as I moved back to Prince Albert, I got involved with the River Riders here, and I started coaching there. And every year I've had a female play on the team. I give them the feeling that this is a place where women belong.
Our youth are the future. Ashley recognizes that, and she's doing her best to give them the best possible chances to become the best that they can be.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Ashley Vickland in the athlete category.
Congratulations, Ashley. Now we ask Ian Litzenberger from Lake Country Co-op to come up for the next presentation. And then just when we're doing the photos, come up, take however many photos you want, but we'll save the family photos for after. So come on up, take the photos of the athlete, but we'll take all the plaques will be on display afterwards. So the next inductee is in the athlete and builder category, Francois Fournier.
Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Francois Fournier in the athlete and builder categories. From an early age, Francois Fournier was involved in athletics.
He and Frankie Dunn, they would do things like walk on their hands across 15th Street, cartwheel across 2nd Avenue on their way over to the swimming pool.
Well, Francois and I went to public school together. Oh yeah, we got in trouble when we were really young. And I think every time we get together, there's always a little trouble brewing somewhere.
He started with gymnastics and swimming, regularly finishing in the top 3 at meets throughout the province.
When we were called the Polar Bear Swim Club, it's because the pool did not have a water heater. So when you got in that water at 7 o'clock in the morning, it was cold. And part of the reason you swam fast was to get out of the water at the end.
Memories go back a long ways. Francois and I used to go to Saskatoon. We were part of the Prince Albert Gymnastics Club, run by Jack Aloof in the 60s. And we get out on the train and we go to Saskatoon for 2 days. And the Sebastians would put us up. We'd train all weekend with Chuck. He'd be in the middle of the floor spotting us with a big cigar in his mouth. You weren't worried about whether he was going to spot you. You were worried about that cigar.
He was also a competitive diver and played basketball, where he helped his St. Mary High School team win a city and provincial championship.
We played basketball together. Especially the final couple of years. We were both starters, and he was just a go-getter, just always hustling, always had a laugh, always entertaining.
He also served as a basketball referee and was awarded the Clayton Shaw Basketball Association Referee of the Year Award. Fournier was a driving force in resurrecting competitive swimming in Prince Albert in the mid-70s, coaching his team to a first-place ranking in northern Saskatchewan.
So that was something that we did that I'm very proud of, because we really built a program. So it was an interesting time for me to understand how you put a program together and then make sure it's going to be successful.
During this time, he also started a water show. The Flying Tanks would go on to entertain at water shows across Saskatchewan with their zany antics and stunt dives.
The 4 younger Fourniers, so Luce, Laurent, myself, and Phil, were always those ones that would do crazy stuff off the diving boards. We could make a splash. Now, I was about 140 pounds at that time. My brothers were closer up to the 300-pounders. So when they hit the water, there was huge splashes. So part of it was we would go off the water and angle towards where the audience was sitting and see how many of them we could soak.
Francois was known as Mademoiselle Francois because he did a synchronized swimming skit, which, of course, he wore a female bathing suit with nothing else in it, just his hairy chest.
Fournier served as vice president of the Canadian Diving Association from 1981 until 1985, where he helped implement a marketing campaign for Olympic gold medalist Sylvie Bernier. He has also been involved in numerous national and international games as an organizer and announcer.
I think that what drives Francois to be the athlete and builder that he is his great passion in wanting both individuals and teams to become the best that they can be, not only in terms of achieving in sport, but also in achieving in life.
suffering from selflessness, a serious case of selflessness. You know, he's always looking after other people.
The thing I love best of what I do is build. That's the thing that I'm really, that's what excites me. That's what keeps me going.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Francois Fournier in the athlete and builder categories.
I think he said the bathing suit still fits too. For our next inductee, we call our longest standing sponsor, Brent McDonald of Crown Vacuum, to come forward to present the hardware. The next a round of applause for Brent, longest standing sponsor, absolutely. The next inductee is in the builder category, Melody Boulay.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Melody Boulay in the builder category. Whether it's mentoring young officials or refereeing hockey at elite levels, Melody Boulay has had an outstanding 20-year career as a hockey official, helping pave the way for female hockey officials to follow her example.
To have Mel as a mentor and a person who demonstrates the true professionalism for female hockey, it's so great for hockey.
She truly is an inspiration for all of our females working through the ranks within Hockey Saskatchewan.
Growing up on a farm outside of Debden, Saskatchewan, Boulay was an active athlete.
My parents were rink attendants, so I spent countless hours at the rink with my dad. Back then there was no Zamboni, so we were able to scrape the ice ourselves as well as flood it. So lots of hours of skating and shooting the puck at the rink. We were a big broomball community, so I went to nationals with broomball and then did a little bit of hockey as a player, but there wasn't much of a league for female hockey back then.
Upon moving to Prince Albert, she started officiating hockey. As the only woman official at the time, she was determined to prove that female officials were capable and qualified, while simultaneously building the next generation of female officials.
Mel was one of our top female officials when there weren't no officials in PA. I remember the first time I saw her do a novice game. She was a young lady who went out there and strictly just showed how good she was early in the game. Her performance on the ice was second to none.
It was actually very difficult. I was basically the only female official around here, and there was a lot of, pushback from having a female working the hockey. I think it's for the love of the game, the love of the sport. And I thought through officiating, it would get me more involved with the community as well as other female officials.
Looking at the whole picture of when she started to where she is now, the script tells the story. She's just been so dedicated to succeeding and helping younger referees. She's the mentor for them, and She just wants everybody to love it as much as she does and be committed to it as well.
Boulay quickly moved up the ranks to referee at elite levels. She has officiated at the national and international levels, including at the recent Esso Cup in Prince Albert. She is also a regular official in the Canada West University Female League.
She's an awesome partner to have on the ice. I know that no matter what, she's always going to have my back. She is so easy and fun to work with. I know exactly what she's going to do on the ice, and every single game that she shows up to, I am confident that she's going to come with that smile on her face. She's going to be ready to be an awesome teammate and to have a lot of fun.
Even to this day, she is sought after by many teams, both boys and girls, to ref their games because she is so disciplined on the ice, so fair and firm, and calls what needs to be called in a game.
So I do a lot of mentoring as well. I'm involved with the SAS First program as well as with the female task force in Saskatchewan. So I do a lot of supervising, I do a lot of mentoring, I do a lot of coaching.
Each year, the Saskatchewan U18 AAA League presents the Melody Boulay Top Official Award to a deserving official in her honor.
And I thought, who better than Mel Boulay, who emphasizes what it is to be a professional on the ice. So along with SHA and myself, we put Mel Boulay on as the Mel Boulay Award for the top official every year.
I watched the commitment and the dedication that she had, not only as reffing at a local and provincial and national level, but the commitment to refereeing, mentoring these young referees that are coming up. She's just so dedicated.
Mel Boulay is truly a professional. She gets the job done, and she doesn't take no shortcuts. She's one of the best female officials I've known.
They say that a goal becomes so much more realistic and achievable when you can see others similar to yourself who are achieving these goals. And that's exactly what Mel is doing and has done throughout her career. She continues to be that role model, paving the way for our young officials who are coming up and giving them something to aspire and to dream towards.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Melody Boulay in the Builder category.
Congratulations, Melody. Time to meet another inductee going into the Builder category. For this presentation, we ask Guido Stensky of PA Northern Bus Lines to do the presentation for Jennifer Ferguson.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Jennifer Ferguson in the Builder category. As a teacher, school administrator, and coach, for the last 20+ years, Jennifer Ferguson has dedicated her time to building a community of well-rounded students as they move from the classroom into adulthood.
You think of a person that you would want to have on your staff that's going to be student-oriented, is also a great staff member, and truly supportive of the school community. That's Jen.
Jen is one of the hardest working people I know. She dedicates all of her time to her team.
Ferguson started her teaching career at Carleton in 2002 and she immediately got involved in coaching basketball and soccer.
I thrive in an environment where I get to work with kids, and I love seeing the passion on their faces and their eyes light up when they learn a new skill or achieve a new feat.
She liked to have fun, but also like she was serious about it too, and knew the exact timing on what to say, things to say, and when to just let loose and just let us have fun too.
Her teams were incredibly successful, winning provincial gold in soccer in 2009 and 2013, as well as 2 silvers and 1 bronze.
I was never the star on any team that I played on, and I think that experience served me very well because I was taught at a very young age that you had to be the best at filling whatever role was required of you in order for your team to have success.
She knew how to be a teammate, and she took that and grew that into a great teacher, a great administrator, good friend, and a fantastic coach.
Her unwavering attitude towards the students' growth and their potential and their maturity, not just becoming the best basketball or soccer players, but she cares about where they're going to go once they're done their high school career.
In basketball, they won gold at Hoopla in 2010, silver in 2007, and bronze in 2009, 2016, and 2018.
Everyone who played for her, you want to come back every year because just that's the type of person she is.
She got the total out of every kid on those teams. They were all team-oriented. They were all very, very well coached. That was the thing. You could just see those kids improve and mature.
And I just really love spending time with kids in our community and teaching them what it means to be part of a team and how to be a great teammate, and and what it means to play a role on a team, even if it's not the one that you wish it was, and take all of those life lessons that they've learned and get ready to be a great citizen in our community.
Her success extended to the softball diamond when she coached the Prince Albert Aces.
I think everyone that plays softball knows who Jen is. She's made such an impact on everyone coming up through softballs, and she's brought up some amazing athletes, and I think you can see it. She's not only a softball coach, she's a basketball coach, coaches other sports too, so I think that just goes to show in general how good of an ambassador she is for the city of Prince Albert.
Her teams won numerous medals at provincials and nationals, and Ferguson was recognized for her excellence in 2010 when she was named Prince Albert Sportsperson of the Year.
Just bringing the best out of yourself, so not limiting yourself. And that's the gift that Jen gives kids. Don't limit yourself. And that's her best quality. She knows everyone can grow and learn.
Every kid matters, and the only teams I've ever really seen success with as far as wins and losses have been when all 12 girls believe it. And if they do, then we have success.
The kids may not remember what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. And I think that's a pretty good quote, because her players would run through a wall if she asked them to.
I mean, what sport did Jen not coach? She coaches everything to softball, basketball, soccer. Jen has just been so dedicated to Prince Albert and building this community.
Every person, most every person that crosses her path thinks that they were her favorite. She's that person. She's just that person.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Jennifer Ferguson in the Builder category.
Congratulations, Jen. Next, we would like to call on once again Brent McDonald from Crown Vacuum for the presentation of the next inductees. Our next inductees go into the builder category, Brad and Tyson Fetch.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Brad and Tyson Fetch in the builder category. The names Brad and Tyson Fetch are synonymous with the development of lacrosse in Prince Albert.
You played hockey in the winter, in the summer you played lacrosse. Kurt Kyle was the executive director for Sask Lacrosse at the time, and he put a clinic on. I said, I hadn't seen that in years, so let's go give it a try. I took my son down there, and actually it was quite a big turnout.
I remember when it first started out and it came to Prince Albert and how exciting it was. The impact that they had, they were able to grow the game into what it is today, where Prince Albert is very, very competitive.
When lacrosse began in Prince Albert in 2000, Brad initially started out as a coach and referee.
I believe Brad started coaching first and officiating. It just helped you learn the game by learning the rules and applying them. Brad was very good at that, so he was a great official and always helped us all to learn.
When my son started and was like, well, I probably have the most experience of anybody, albeit it's been a long time, and so I got involved with the coaching and loved it. Players are new, the coaches are new, well, of course the officials are new, and yeah, it was just kind of after coaching, and I thought, well, you know what, they're always looking for officials, so I thought, well, I'll give that a try too.
He was the president of PA Box Lacrosse from 2005 to 2007, and referee-in-chief since 2008.
Him out there teaching you the positioning on the floor, and it just never seemed like he wasn't at the rink. You walked in, he always had that big grin on his face, and was constantly smiling and laughing, and he's running up and down the floor.
He kind of moved into the presidency of PA Lacrosse, where he had to schedule, get coaches, assign officials, sort of manage the PA board at that time. When my uncle came in, my dad handed off the reins to him, who took over that presidency.
Tyson followed in his brother's footsteps, becoming a coach and joining the board, serving as the president from 2008 to 2017. He has coached 47 different teams and was nominated as Coach of the Year in 2022.
It was out of necessity, really, because I wanted to see the sport that my brother and others had worked so hard. I wanted to see it grow and continue.
I learned so much from Tyson that first year, just helping out, and just the intricacies of a junior team and how it's ran and amount of hours they put into it until you're actually behind the scenes.
Tyson always expected a lot from his players, and he wouldn't put anyone in any situation that he didn't think they could handle it. If he was passionate about something, you knew it, and he brought forward that passion.
In 2018, he led the Prince Albert Predators junior team to a league championship.
So they kind of transitioned there again. When Dad went into reffing, Tyson comes in and coaches, and Tyson led that Predators team to many, many championships and kind of turned it around from where we were when I played Predators. We were always kind of closer to the bottom of the barrel, and to where it is now, where they're very competitive and, you know, winning provincial championships.
Brad and Tyson both have a profound respect for the game of lacrosse through the lens of Indigenous peoples. They always took great care in their relationship with the Mistawasses community, and for many years brought teams to play in Prince Albert.
Talking about how big of an impact it was when my dad and myself went out there to do a camp, and they were just starting out the program, and now a bunch of the Mistawasses kids are down playing NCAA in the United States of America on scholarships. These kids wouldn't be down there playing lacrosse, getting an education without some of that impact that he made out there.
We need more people like that to be able to be selfless and to give to the game. And Brad and Tyson were two that do that and continue to do that. So.
I really enjoyed having tri-lacrosse nights and all of those things. I think that it helped build a community itself as a lacrosse community, right? And it's not a big community in Prince Albert or Saskatchewan.
You can't go to the rink and Brad's not there. You can't go to the rink and Tyson wasn't there when I was younger, right? Like, They're always out teaching the little kids. They're out helping with the older guys. They're helping with the officials. Those two guys have made a huge impact on lacrosse. They've made a huge impact on me, and I'm very proud of them.
It does my heart proud to see where the sport has come to, and it's all because of volunteers like Brad and Tyson.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Brad and Tyson Fetch in the Builder category.
Congratulations, Brad and Tyson. And now, once again, we'd like to call on Guido Stensky of PA Northern Bus Lines for the next presentation. The next inductee is in the Meritorious Service category, Al Dyer.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize Al Dyer for meritorious service. Al Dyer has spent a good portion of his lifetime contributing to his community with his work for Special Olympics, Nordale Community Club, and female hockey in Prince Albert and beyond.
He's been behind the scenes on a lot of things where he's in the back of the crowd and does whatever you ask.
He's just very passionate about sport, organizing things, make sure things are done properly, and just a key behind the scenes sort of guy.
Whether it's softball or football or swimming or track or volleyball or basketball, the kids can play because of the support people that are there to enable them. That's one of the really beneficial things of being part of these types of things, and see young people become quality individuals and grow personally and do all those things that will help them succeed in life.
Dyer began his work with Special Olympics when the 2002 Canada Games were held in Prince Albert.
I was hired as games manager for the 2002 National Special Olympics Games that were held here, Summer Games. It was something that I always wanted to do, was to get involved with a major sporting event. And it was my introduction to Special Olympics, and it was quite life-changing.
This is the big part of Al. He was a leader. He was the chair of a number of games. Prince Albert's known for having games, and we need leaders like that so the games are a success.
He joined the Saskatchewan Special Olympics Board in 2004 and held various positions, including board chair and mission staff until 2017. He also worked with the Prince Albert Raiders to help coordinate the Special O Power Breakfast.
I was with the Prince Albert Raiders, and Al was with Special Olympics. We got together, and there was a concept province-wide that WHL teams were going to do a fundraising event for Special O, and we were very successful. We did the Power Breakfast for over 10 years, raised over $50,000 for both Special Olympics and the Raiders Education Fund over the time, and also had a really, really good event.
I was on the Prince Albert Raider board and the Special Olympic board, so I was dual, and me and Al and Bruce Vance sat on that committee for years. I think we did it for over a decade, raising over $100,000. Business people come out to this, just loved it every year.
Dyer's involvement with the Prince Albert Northern Bears U18 AAA hockey team began in 2017 as a board member.
Al's been involved with the Prince Albert Bears for 5 or 6 years now. He's been treasurer and really the bean counter behind the scenes, and a lot of his hockey knowledge also goes into that organization, and then he is a great asset.
One of the things that we found was that there were opportunities to develop the game. I think when my daughter was playing, there were 3 female teams, and by the time she was done playing, in over 10 years, it had expanded to 8 or 10 teams. So the growth of female hockey in Prince Albert was very, very pronounced.
He was an integral part of the organizing committee that brought the SO Cup to Prince Albert in 2023.
Al and I worked together right from the get-go on this. It was interesting because we had everything ready to go in 2020, and then 38 days before the SO Cup was supposed to start, COVID hit and everything was shut down. We had no idea when or if we were going to host it again. And Hockey Canada was very honorable to the host committee, and we were able to host it in 2023.
You find good people and great events happen, and I mean, the city is well known for hosting great events because we have such great people, and any of the things that I've done in the city have always been because of the great people that I work with.
How I think about Prince Albert, it's the volunteer capital of Canada. It's known for its volunteers, and Al's one of them that steps up to the plate.
He is so important to the city of Prince Albert, from Special Olympics to Saskatchewan sports to the minor hockey and the midget bears. You know, he has put a lot of time and effort into organizing many events in the city, and he's just a key contributor.
I don't think that I do anything out of the ordinary. It's a matter of, you know, you kind of always try to do the right thing for the right reasons, and if you do that, you'll never go wrong.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes Al Dyer for meritorious service.
Congratulations, Al. And now we would like to call upon PA Sports Hall of Fame Secretary Jody Boulay up to present this next award on behalf of Michael Lipchuk with RE/MAX Prince Albert. The final inductee is in the team category, the 1995 PA Optimist Toppers.
Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame is proud to recognize the 1995 PA Optimist Toppers volleyball team. The 1995 PA Optimist Toppers were a team for the volleyball record books.
When I think about my teammates, I think about a group of young men who overcame a lot of obstacles to be excellent volleyball players.
We did very well throughout the season, and we're a very competitive team. No one overlooked us. Prince Albert made a name for itself in volleyball, and these young gentlemen are a reason why.
The team was comprised of players from Prince Albert and several outlying communities.
You know, they represented the middle of the province. There was St. Brewth, there was Birch Hills, Canistino, Prince Albert, and these boys, when they came together to play, they had previously played against each other.
We used to play on Wednesday nights was the men's leagues.
And so we had teams from Canistano and Birch Hills and Rostern. They would come in, and amongst those players, as well as some players from Melfort and Tisdale as well. All these teams, we all were always placing in the top 3, top 4 all together. So we kind of created a relationship with those other team members. So then plus with club volleyball, the camaraderie just kind of grew from there.
They attended the provincial championships and won a gold medal, earning the right to represent Saskatchewan at nationals in Prince Edward Island, where they earned a silver medal.
Dale probably was the one that instilled the defense, and because he knew we were a short team, that we had to beat the other teams, you know, with not with our height, but staying down, staying low, and just keep that ball in play, right? And he was always about conditioning, so we'd have conditioning practices every Monday, right? And the thing was, is we couldn't stop until somebody puked.
Went to provincials, succeeded beautifully, and then we're presented with the question, do we go to nationals? Well, where is it, was the question. Prince Edward Island. It sounds far. It's going to be expensive to get there. Yeah, let's do it. And so a strong, robust, dynamic, diverse fundraising machine was created by our parents largely.
We had to raise $22,500. We had 3 weeks to do it. We had the boys sweeping parking lots. We had a dunking contest. We had bottle drives and a garage sale. And then we had sponsors that we went to businesses in Prince Albert, in Birch Hills, in Canistano, in Melfort, and they all contributed. And as a result of all those efforts, we were able to raise $22,500 in 3 weeks.
So I remember those smoky bingo halls and running around selling bingo cards and doing bottle drives.
I do remember we had to go sweep a lot of parking lots that spring. So all our evenings and weekends, we were going around with brooms and shovels.
Scott Graham was named the tournament's most valuable player, and Derek Smith was recognized as an all-star.
I remember the game being surreal. I remember everybody on the team being relieved to have reached the final, astonished by our collective accomplishments, and excited to be playing together in such an important match.
Our boys had a great deal of skill, but they didn't have a great deal of height. But that didn't deter them in any way. They went out there, they played with their heart, they knew their strategy, and they played to win.
We were on the smaller teams, yet we placed second, but we never gave up and we never stopped, right? They could hit the ball, but we just kept it up, kept it going back to them, and we just outplayed them.
When you talk about mentoring, when these young boys, which are now men, and contributing to their communities that they live in, and when they talk about their coaches, Griff Pete and Dale Regal, in fond memories, you know that they've inspired them to do the best they can. And that's what they did.
So I think that's what team sports does bring to individuals, that you're part of that team. And win or lose, you stick together.
The Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame welcomes the 1995 PA Optimist Toppers volleyball team.
Congratulations, toppers. There we go. Yeah, one more round of applause for the toppers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as is a custom with the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame, we have a response on behalf of all of the people honored here this evening. Please welcome Jennifer Ferguson.
Good evening, everyone. Fellow inductees, past inductees of the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame Board of Directors, sponsors, special guests, family, and loved ones. We're so glad you joined us tonight. Thank you for being here. I'm so thankful to be here tonight, celebrating our amazing city and representing this remarkable group of athletes, coaches, and community builders being inducted into the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame. I know I speak for all of us when I say we are deeply humbled and honored to be recognized tonight, and we are so proud to call Prince Albert home. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the many people who have supported us throughout our lives. Obviously, we would not be here this evening without the incredible families we are so lucky to be part of. As young people engaged in athletics, our family spent many hours driving us back and forth to practice and then cheering us on in our games. There were suppers in the car, rushing from the field or pool to a gym or rink, while parents shared their sage advice for the next game with us. You taught us how to reflect, learn from our mistakes, and come back stronger the next time. You paid the gas and hotel bills that allowed us to have weekends away with our teammates, learning how to make friends and resolve conflict. You taught us how to persevere and overcome adversity, to put our team's needs ahead of our own wants, and to lift others up when they needed it most. You taught us to stay humble in victory and gracious in defeat, and you encouraged us to learn from every experience. Personally, I'm so thankful for my parents' influence as a young athlete. The athletes I've coached in Prince Albert have heard many of the golden nuggets I picked up along the way. For example, the girls will all laugh every year when I remind them that the bench is a position too. And I had lots of experience playing it when I was a young athlete. This lesson was more valuable than any other I learned. It taught me that being part of a team and embracing your role, whatever that looked like, was critical. This allowed me to be in control of my own success, no matter what was occurring around me. I didn't need to hit the winning run-in or score the winning goal, but I did have a job to do. I needed to cheer on my teammates, stay positive when things didn't go my way, and find a way to contribute value to my team. It allowed me to enjoy my time spent competing so much more, and I was able to leave almost every weekend knowing I had done what I could to make our team better. This lesson has served me very well throughout my life, and I have seen it pay off in the teams I've coached as well. I've always said that the successful teams I've worked with weren't necessarily the most skilled I had coached, but they were definitely full of athletes who did whatever it took to put the team first. Now, as adults with our families of our own, we again see the people we love making sacrifices to allow us to continue to do what we love. There are late nights spent at the gym running practice, and then hours once we get home planning the next one. There are road trips for games that take us away from our home and tasks that need to be done there. Yet somehow, all the jobs seem to be done when we arrive back home. We attend committee meetings and organize volunteer nights in order to bring amazing events to our city. Our families spend so much time without us, and then when we are together, we are easily distracted with talk about what's next on the schedule. We appreciate all that you do to allow us to chase our dreams and stay involved in the sporting community. The encouragement and love we receive from you has fueled our journey and made moments like tonight possible. We would also like to express our sincerest thank you to those who took the time to nominate us. Many of you are our mentors, coaches, teammates, and friends, and you are all leaders in our community. Thanks to your leadership, sports are flourishing in Prince Albert. We'd also like to thank the Sports Hall of Fame Board of Directors. You all play an active role in the sporting success of our city. When I reached out to the other inductees, every one of them mentioned a personal connection to at least one board member, which shows just how tight the sporting community is in Prince Albert. Prince Albert can boast about world-class facilities and successful teams and athletes, but most importantly, we can be proud of the incredible people that make up our city and give so tirelessly back to the community that has supported them. We also need to say thank you to the many sports organizations we have all been part of. Sport has given each of us so much. As an athlete, coach, and teacher, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of athletics in shaping character. A tough loss teaches us to bounce back from setbacks and failures, fostering mental toughness and resilience. The competitive nature of sport ignites a spark that drives us to be our best while still working cooperatively with others. Sports provide a platform for growth, self-discovery, and friendship that extend far beyond the boundaries of the court or field. We've all been fortunate to meet many incredible people throughout our involvement in sport, many of whom are here tonight and have become lifelong friends. This evening, some of us are being inducted for our athletic achievements, others as builders of sport in our community. What should come as no surprise, but is important to make note of, is that all of us were athletes at some point, and now we choose to give back to the sports that gave us so much. This evening offered us an opportunity to reflect back on all that we have been part of, how much fun we have had over the years, and how enriched our lives have been thanks to our involvement in athletics. You don't have to be a tremendous athlete to give back, to have success through sport, or to make an impact on those you are lucky enough to be surrounded by. You just have to dive in. Once again, thank you for being part of making this night so special for each of us. Take some time tonight to share your favorite memories and enjoy each other's company. You might also want to make some bold Stanley Cup predictions, and Bruce, I think the Leafs are not going to make it this year. As we leave tonight, I know we will continue to work hard to give back to our community, to represent our city with integrity, and we hope to inspire the next generation of athletes and coaches to dream big, work hard, and never give up on their goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. And I guess if anyone was PVRing that game and avoiding the score, sorry, but or maybe it wasn't anything about tonight, right? Just the 2-1 score, I don't know. Just in general. In conclusion, the Board of Directors of the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame would like to thank the corporate sponsors who helped make this evening possible. So once again, a huge thank you to Crown Vacuum, Brent McDonald. Mike Lipchuk, Remax Realty. PA Northern Bus Line, Stacy Petroman and Guido Stensky. Man Northway, Mark Ripley and Rob Mamzak. Lake Country Co-op, represented tonight by Ian Litzenberger. And with Big Drum Media, Barry Mihailowicz. Thank you again to Shenanigans for the fantastic meal. Delaney Denham, our photographer tonight. And Big Drum Media for the video presentations. So right now we'll get all 7 of our inductees back on the stage for a group shot for the photographer and all media in attendance. And then for everyone who wants to get group photos, we've got the stage right here with the lighting, and all of the plaques are on display over there. Delaney's gonna stick around and help with photos, so take your time, make sure you get all your group shots there as well. And with that, I'm Trevor Redden saying thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support in making the 32nd induction banquet of the PA Sports Hall of Fame a huge success. Thank you, have a great evening.